The lashes on his back forgave the scratches she put on mine. There was purpose before you surfaced. Loving just anyone could potentially be a crime. I spent many nights at the legs of her altar, worshiping the skull and bones that a body had to offer death, swelling on my insides every second, spit on the inside. See, lust is never quenched, and the root of my thirst was pride. The way she yelled, God low-key enticed me to tell the king to step aside, giving grief to the gift and granted in me. I remember the day I said I do. The veil was ripped. My lips were kissed, and I was sweetly swept away by the groom. And in his filthy heart, he chose to make a room. But shortly after honeymoon, a bride no longer swooned, craving death like a loon. I locked him in, hit the key, and told him I'd be back soon. Seconds became minutes. Minutes became moments. Moments became days as the weeping groom locked in the room, pounding at the walls of my heart because he was implanted to consume. She was tugging at my flesh while he was tugging at my soul, mentally blocking out blood dripping from a thorn crown as we took off each other's clothes. I was playing the puzzle master with our broken pieces, and we were both jigsawed, and he desired to make us whole. Two shattered frames creating a picture that shames my lips, moving across her skin while questions running through my mind like, how could he possibly forgive me while I blatantly sin? Not even skeptical of making him a spectacle and crucifying him all over again. Innocent blood shed for a hair between my legs. Finally, with fleeting gratification, I commanded the holy God to bed. But every morning he would rise, so persistent and consistent, unlike we. Pursuing this prodigal in a pig's pen, he left the 99 just to chase me. Every dog has its day, and every sinner has to choose. Imperfect people impart imperfect love. We prefer in holy hands because they can't reach a perfect God. Recalling the life that left his body as I took up sin as my hobby never quite caused me to stop until I realized how much he loved me. He didn't do it for a show. He wasn't flexing for the angels. He came to swallow my shame. He knew unless I be all tangled, my identity all mangled. He traded a king's seat for a servant because the world needed a savior. A million scratches on my back before I came to the realization that Christians abuse grace, toy with demons, and be complacent. And what I just described in the mirror I was facing. But death had no sting to him. It can only burn me if I let it. There's a greater purpose for my life. Can't forget the goal is to get to heaven. And do you know how many people thwart their purpose in a matter of seconds? But nah, devil, I refuse to be your reference. And while we gotta fail multiple tests to learn a lesson, momentary satisfaction ain't worth losing your blessings. Being separated from God is like salad without the dressing. And this ain't a season to play with Satan because he unleashing all his weapons. And they will prosper if you playing Christian and they ain't keeping it real. And I said they will prosper if you playing Christian and ain't keeping it real. Outside of God's will, you're liable to get boxed like a McDonald's Happy Meal. And grace can run out if you continue to abuse it. Don't get caught in a pigeon coop with a reprobate mind because you chose to lose it. And next time you try to pimp God, I hope you think about this message. And oh yeah, I gave Shorty the boot because I love him more than her scratches. Thank you. God bless y'all.